What's up, guys? I'm here to do a book haul. I'm super excited to do that because what's more YouTube than a haul? Granted, I don't want to make hauls like a huge part of my platform. I never ever want to do 50 book hauls. But you know, what's the harm in showing 5 books? I buy books, I'll say it. The bookstore that I purchased from is Skylight Books. Skylight Books is located in LA. So if you're in LA, you can go in person with a mask. And if you're not in LA, you can order online. So I'm currently not in LA. So I ordered online. And their online store is pretty beautiful and easy to use. But yeah, most of the books I buy are from independent bookstores. So I don't really go to Barnes & Noble. Don't really go to Amazon except for books I need on my Kindle or books I need for law school. But otherwise, yeah, I don't buy books from Amazon. So yeah, let's get into it really quick. I just want to show you 5 books that I purchased from Skylight. And yeah, hopefully this video is cool, you like it. I don't know. So this book is really important to me because I'm really into studying feminism and the like. That's something that I identify with. This book is called Feminism Interrupted by Lola Olufemi. And in this book, she really wants to really take feminism back away from the mainstream and really remind us that feminism isn't just like a sticker on your notebook, right? It's it's a political theory to challenge, trans misogyny, the criminalization of sex work, the oppression of women. It's actually a real, tangible theory with teeth. I'm really interested in reading this book, and plus she's Nigerian British, so I had to support, I'm not British, but I am Nigerian. So yeah, really, really cool book, I think. Hysteria by Jessica Gross is a really interesting cover, I think. I really like the cover. And in this book, the main character goes on this weird, alcoholic bender. She ends up at the bar that she always goes to, and the bartender is literally Sigmund Freud, to her. And so she's obsessed with this guy. She's like, whoa, tell me about myself. And this guy basically helps her work through her weird, sexual benders, her weird personal relationships and stuff like that. So I like this book. I like that it mixes philosophy and fucked up, things, just fucked up, situations. This is also published by Unnamed Press. So if you watched my Like a Bird book review, you know that I really like Unnamed Press and that they're always pushing the boundary with stuff. So yeah. Hysteria by Jessica Gross. A Certain Hunger by Jessica G. Summers is another book published by Unnamed Press. And this book is really weird, guys. Okay, so I don't know why, but books about cannibalism very much interest me. Maybe because they're so taboo. I'm definitely not a cannibal. I'm vegan. But there's something about books about that. I don't know. But in this book, the main character is a foodie. She's a very popular, very good at her craft food reviewer. And she's trying to find a long-term partner, but she has this urge that whenever she gets into relations with men, she wants to kill them and eat them. So it's been described as feminist horror, and kind of like the feminist American Psycho, which is well, I don't know if that's possible, but I was super interested in this book, and I even pre-ordered it. I actually pre-ordered this book because it came out December 8th, and I pre-ordered it in November. So again, published by Unnamed Press, just really cool stuff coming out from them. White Ivy by Susie Yang is another book that I've seen all over Bookstagram lately, and this book is about a Chinese immigrant who is living in a low-income apartment with her family, and she is trying to fit in. She's trying to assimilate, and she does to an extent, but she has a lot going on, right? Behind the scenes, she's shoplifting and trying to keep up appearances, and there's this boy that she likes, Gideon, I think his name is, and he's the WASP ideal, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant dude. And she actually ends up dating him, and she's like, oh, I'm the woman that he wants now. But then a man from her past comes into her life and like may challenge her happily ever after with this WASP, an all-American boy. So really interesting commentary on race and immigration and class, all those things, all the big three, right? So I'm super excited. Ignore the read with Jenna sticker, we don't care. Okay, and then the last book, but definitely not the least, Against the Loveless World by Susan Abuhawa. This is a return of sorts kind of book. So the main character is someone who had a lot of dreams when she was growing up of just like comfort, safety, and when the U.S. invades Iraq, she and her family become refugees, and she ends up traveling to Palestine, and that's where her family's from, and she kind of gains a political voice there to protect the land. We need to read Palestinian voices at the very least, just hear what they have to say, because I feel like we don't often hear what Palestinians have to say. I don't read a lot of Palestinian voices, so I really wanted to read this book. But yeah, so those are the books that I'm looking forward to reading. You can kind of get a sense of the stuff I like to read. And yeah, so that's the end of the haul. Thank you for watching, and be well.